was the bug one, but it's not. Think about the winter stuff in the middle of summer. It's all good. It'll get used regardless.
They're getting ahead of the game.
Right.
For the winter stuff.
De-icing. Hey, you never know. It is Ohio. So anyways, good morning, guys. Thank you all for the thoughts and prayers for Sean Boy. He just had a really high fever. He's been out of school all week, been battling it, and yesterday it got really bad. He pretty much couldn't get up off the bathroom floor. He was just so dehydrated. Anyways, TQ took him to the local stat care, and they sent him up to Akron Children's. So it's like, what is Akron Children's? More like a bigger hospital?
Yeah, it's Akron Children's. It's children specialized only. So they said that the ERs in our area wouldn't be able to accommodate him and everything with how dehydrated and stuff like that is. And they were a little concerned because he had stomach pain. So they also checked his appendix to kind of rule out appendicitis. So that was okay. Everything was good at that. So basically, he just has a virus, a really bad virus that attacked him pretty hard. Waking up this morning, he still had a low-grade fever, so we're still treating that. He's been able to keep down foods, so fingers crossed that continues, you know, from now on and everything like that. But we're just fluids and just making sure he's comfortable.
All right, guys, Tim's gonna pull the truck out here. He wants us to check out what he's came up with so far before we finalize anything, because still we can weld and cut and make changes, and we don't want to paint it and then you know, not like something. So he asked us to come out, check it out, see if there's any modifications we want to do, and yeah, we'll go from there. He's telling Savannah to move the truck. Get it out of the way. So we brought the Ford out because it actually has air conditioning. And it is a scorcher.
Here, I thought I moved out of the way.
Yeah, I thought you were going to back into that trailer back there.
I saw it.
Oh, you saw it, huh?
I saw it.
Tim just broke a cardinal rule and pulled across the stripes. Hey, there's a step there, Tim. You told me you weren't drinking before I got here.
I didn't say about this morning. And then here is a quick tip.
Okay.
Get moved a little bit. You want to pull it out?
Sure. Just tell me how.
Just here, grab a hold of it here.
Okay.
Pull it this way.
Yeah, if you can't do it, Savannah, it's not not gonna work.
Wired?
So your hose now is going to be on there. Okay.
Yep. Typically, we can pull the hose that way, Tim.
Well, I can't mount it any further. I'd like to have the weight more centered, but I can't really do that because of your hose there.
Right.
I mean, as you can see, it flexes a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do, and we don't have to have it clear out there when you dump either.
Okay.
It can actually be,
More straight back.
you could probably be about there.
Okay. Yeah, because the dump shouldn't technically move that at all.
No.
Just the bed moves.
And what I'm thinking about doing, I mean, you can see how it just, it's only going to be like that when you dump. I don't know if it'd be wise to put something with a gauge wheel on here.
I'm not sure. What did we say it was? 600 pound?
Something like
Yeah, about 600 pounds.
You got a lot of weight hanging there.
Right.
When I put that other brace brace in there, I figured maybe it would stiffen it more, but when I took the screw jack out, it went.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the only point where we're really concerned, you know, we would be stationary at this point if it did happen to go. As long as when it's closed, you know, it's not going anywhere, which it looked really good there.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how much that 2-inch solid bar actually closed without that other brace on it.
Right.
You can see there's a slight close to it.
Yep.
And if it's opening and closing a little bit harder than what you'd like, that flat plate can be ground down a little bit, take a little bit off, maybe a little grease on it.
Go ahead, Savannah. Pull it back in.
Now grab it from the back side there. Yeah, try to keep your feet out from under it. Keep going hard. Okay, that's all the further it goes.
Yeah, so it's got like a little plate.
Stop.
Yeah, see how the plate's kind of rounded? So when it hits, it'll slide pretty much right up over it. Then boom. Drop.
See, when I put the pin in the bottom piece there and I looked at it, I about had a heart attack because that pin drawed on me and I had 3/4 inch gap here. I mounted the union.
There you go.
Keep a little oil or something in that ball spring. But you don't have to worry about losing that pin. That will not bounce out going down the road. If you're worried about it, then put a little chain on.
Yeah. Yeah, typically in the fall, I mean, we'll hop on the highway, but other than that, for a minute, you know, we're not on the highway much.
When you're dumping, you're going to be on fairly level ground.
Right.
If it's full of ruts and stuff, well, you're on your own.
Yeah. No, it's pretty much like this where we dump at just at a slight, it has a slight little hill.
What would have been nice if I'd have had this part over here, and then it would be more centered.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
But as you open it up, you're going to be, you're kind of in trouble.
Right.
With your big hose and everything. So the only thing I have to put on it yet is when it's open, is I was thinking about putting another locking. You take and use the same pin and put it over here. When it's in that open position, you can drop the pin in.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I needed your input on how far you want it to go. It's not necessary. Once you go clear out past, then you're in trouble.
Yeah, I get what you're
I
saying.
think just stopping right past the bed, as far as open.
Well,
would
see,
be
one
fine.
thing I took into consideration, your hose is 14 inches. So when this thing swings around, wherever this ends up, 14 inches is getting right into your bed.
Yeah. I will say I'm probably going to have to bring another brake light out.
Well,
Covers that right brake light and that right turn signal up pretty good.
what you can do,
If you guys can't see what I'm talking about, right here above the license plate. Yeah, I was talking to them, Tim. Sometimes got to communicate as well. So the left light there, if you notice where the right one is up in there, it's covered up. So we got to make sure we're visible there. Here, let's do this. Savannah, go ahead and pull it back open real quick. I want to put the bed up so we can kind of see what it looks like with that. Might as well do it while we got this nice open field.
I think if we just rub the hose with us as we turn it,
Yeah, off to the side.
it would be fine.
Because we did that with the dump trailer as well.
Yeah, we had to.
The only problem we had with that is the dump trailer would interact with where the blower was mounted at. So this shouldn't be a problem at all.
Yeah.
I had to put the little ears on the back plate because you can't get it in behind it. Put nuts around it.
Yeah, we do have an extension for the piping.
So if you guys understand what we were saying, when we dump, we'll get a little bit on the mount, but that's not a big deal. We'll just pull right out and it'll kick off, blow off whatever is left. But with the dump trailer, it would interact with where the blower was mounted at. And this shouldn't be a problem at all. Yeah.
But you can use the same pin. You can pull this pin, open it up, and drop that pin in there.
He told me not to do that.
Not to do that?
Yeah,
He's the owner. I don't.
He didn't tell me not to do that. I'm just checking.
You break it, you buy it.
Right.
He's gonna buy it whether it breaks it or not. Wait a minute, I already own it. That's why I went with 1/4 inch tubing. It just.
I think it's fine, Tim. We'll never be driving like this other than just pulling, you know, out from underneath the...
Unless you have one of those senior moments and you're not there yet.
I hope not.
Like in a couple days, actually.
You guys are really throwing me under the bus right now?
You will be 40 soon, actually.
Is it gonna be 40? Can I cry now?
I wouldn't do it on
Anyways, Tim, I'm pretty sure this what you built is the first one for a 37 horsepower, at least that I've seen. And I seen them for the smaller units, but not for this size of a unit.
Well, I can't make it idiot proof. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. Well, good thing we don't have any idiots around here, right? Anyways, guys.
Keep Michael away from it.
We'll keep Mike away from it for sure. I haven't seen any. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody else out there has built something that just hasn't made social media. But as of right now, this is the first one I've seen for the 37 horsepower. So, yeah, we're going to give it a test, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, I see it. I just wanted to make sure.
I'm trying to figure out what this spring's off of here.
15. It's been hanging on there ever since you had it.
Has it?
Yep. That was hanging on there the last
Maybe somebody at Schleybaug's. We had it serviced right before we brought it to you. Maybe somebody at Schleybaug's hung it on there. I'll keep it there just in case we, you know, find something else off of it. But
Sweat bees are attacking.
there's a bunch of them flying around here. I think it'll work though, Tim. What do you think, babe?
I think it looks good. It'll work.
Yeah.
So I was asking, there is grease fittings here, so there's plenty of grease in it now, but
Yeah.
the fittings are here and back here, so
Okay.
just make sure that's all nice and lubricated.
For sure. And guys, I know we're joking a lot here, but Tim is a master fabricator. Like he knows what he's...
Perfectionist too, so you
Absolutely.
have to make sure.
Absolutely. He does not rush anything. Like, I mean, this is huge tubing, well built. Look at those welds. Like, stuff is well done. Like, he's not joking around here. Like, if we didn't like something, he would cut it and restart over. I think personally, like, that's solid. I think it's well built, probably overbuilt, but we need that for what we're trying to accomplish here, which is putting the 37 horsepower on the back of a dump truck. So we added this in. We added another bolt in here as well. And the game plan is that, you know, we'll be able to pretty much set it up whenever we're done, disconnect it, and drive right off from underneath of it. So, yeah, we had to add a few pieces onto the truck. But welcome to lawn care and landscaping and figuring things out. So, yeah. What are you doing there, Tim?
That's marking the where the pin lock's going to be when it's open.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
That's my starting point.
Yeah, I think that's plenty, honestly, because as long as it dumps onto the ground, that's all we worry about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll clear. I think it'll clear when the bed's up. I think it'll be just. I mean, you might be able to bring it back a little bit, but as the leaves come out, they're going that way.
Right. And then you made this, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to have a tube that'll connect to the back of the truck short little 8-inch tube, and then we'll just disconnect that when we go to dump. There's definitely some ground bees right here.
That's gonna be a rubber tube.
Rubber tube, yep.
Yeah, like your lawnmowers have for suction tubes.
Yep. This thing's getting covered. I'm gonna go ahead and close it up.
Gonna do it.
Yeah, I just don't want it to get too covered in bees and we get attacked.
Push down lower. Come on, you did a better job.
I like that when it hits, it stops.
I did that for myself.
Oh, did you, Tim? That was a personal touch?
Yeah. Don't hit it, just if you rotate it, it pushes that ball in. There's a chamfer on top and bottom.
Bees.
So twist it.
Kind of like this.
Oh, okay. Learn something new every day.
Very good. Good job, Tim.
What did you learn today?
To twist.
To do the twist? Hey, Chuck Berry, I like you.
As we're out of here, Tim's gonna do his thing. Thank you, Tim. It is cooking.
It is.
Not to mention, what is up with the sweat bees all of a sudden?
Oh man, those are terrible.
They were
Boy.
covering that unit.
And me.
Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna see if we can find some mums.
I did see a sign somewhere. I think it was coming in this way, so maybe going back out.
All right, guys, so we didn't get mums just yet, but TQ found a couple things she liked. She got her a cow
How?
and a fall pumpkin. So
Getting ready for fall.
yeah,
One of my favorite times.
the mums, they're getting there, but we're gonna give them another week or so, and then we'll kind of be able to tell a little bit better of exactly what we want. So yeah, we like this place here. I don't remember, this is just outside of Mount Eaton. Oh, it's called Mount Eaton Greenhouse. Really nice stuff.